Did you know that manganese plays a crucial role in keeping your bones strong and your brain sharp? While this essential trace mineral often goes unnoticed, it is a key player in preventing osteoporosis and enhancing cognitive function. Manganese helps with calcium absorption, supports collagen formation, and plays a vital role in bone metabolism, making it an important nutrient for maintaining skeletal health. But that's not all. Manganese is also essential for brain function. It acts as an antioxidant, fights inflammation, and supports neurotransmitter activity, which helps improve memory, focus, and overall cognitive performance. Studies have even linked adequate manganese levels to a lower risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Despite its importance, many people don't get enough manganese in their diets. So, where can you find it? And how can you ensure you're getting the right amount for optimal health? In this video, we'll explore the benefits of manganese, its best food sources, and how to maintain a balanced intake for stronger bones and a sharper mind. Stay tuned to learn why this underrated mineral deserves more attention in your daily nutrition. Manganese is an important trace mineral needed for many vital functions, including nutrient absorption, production of digestive enzymes, bone development, and immune system defenses. This essential nutrient works closely with other minerals, including iron, key for normal growth and development. Manganese has an important role in the synthesis of nutrients like cholesterol, carbohydrates, and proteins. What is manganese? Manganese is an essential trace mineral that is naturally present in many foods and available as a supplement. The body needs very small amounts of manganese in order to serve its functions. Concentrated in the mitochondria of cells, it is found in bone, liver, pancreas, and kidney cells. A cofactor for many enzymes, manganese is active in amino acid, cholesterol, glucose, and carbohydrate metabolism. What does manganese do for the body? Found mostly in bones, the liver, kidneys, and pancreas, it has roles in macronutrient metabolism, forming connective tissue and bones, facilitating blood clotting, and sex hormone and neurotransmitter synthesis. Manganese needs are usually met through diet. You'll find manganese in foods including sprouted grains, legumes, beans, certain nuts, and seeds. To some extent, it's also found in fruits and vegetables, although whole grains are usually considered the best natural source. Wherever it is found, iron, which helps create hemoglobin and carry oxygen throughout the body, is usually also present. Benefits. Here are some of the top manganese benefits for general health. 1. Supports bone health and helps prevent osteoporosis. Manganese, in combination with other minerals, including calcium, zinc, and copper, helps support bone health and reduces bone loss, especially in older/postmenopausal women who are more susceptible to bone fractures and weak bones. Manganese deficiency also poses a risk for bone-related disorders, since this mineral helps with the formation of bone regulatory hormones and enzymes involved in bone metabolism. It also balances levels of calcium, helping to fight calcium deficiency and phosphorus, which work together to promote skeletal health. According to studies, taking manganese along with other bone-supporting nutrients like calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, copper, and boron can improve bone mass in women with weak bones and prevent bone spinal loss, which is useful to naturally fight osteoporosis. 2. Needed for antioxidant and enzyme function. What is this mineral most beneficial for when it comes to disease prevention? It's a key component of the antioxidant enzyme called superoxide dismutase, SOD, which helps fight free radicals. It's also a cofactor that is used to make important enzymes, including arginase and glutamine synthetase. These work as antioxidants in the body, helping fight free radical damage and lower levels of oxidative stress and inflammation. which can lead to issues such as heart disease or cancer. This is one reason why scientists now believe that manganese deficiency may be tied to higher risk for metabolic diseases, type 2 diabetes, obesity, insulin resistance, atherosclerosis, liver disease. Manganese-deficient animals have been shown to have low manganese superoxide dismutase function. This can be harmful because this is one of the major free radical damage-fighting enzymes in the body. In fact, superoxide dismutase is sometimes called the primary or master antioxidant, since it's especially powerful at reducing inflammation, pain, and bodily stress. Superoxide dismutases are the only enzymes capable of consuming superoxide radicals, making them valuable for slowing the aging process and prolonging health. Manganese also helps form important enzymes related to bone formation, including glycosyltransferases and xylosyltransferases. Finally, it's involved in the creation of digestive enzymes that turn compounds found in food into usable nutrients and energy within the body, including glucose and amino acids. 3. Helps maintain cognitive function. A percentage of the body's manganese supply exists in the synaptic vesicles within the brain, so it is closely tied to electrophysiological activity of the brain's neurons that control cognitive function. This mineral is released into the synaptic cleft of the brain and affects synaptic neurotransmission. Thus, manganese deficiency can make people more prone to mental illness, mood changes, learning disabilities, and even epilepsy. For example, certain clinical studies have suggested that people who have seizure disorders have lower levels of manganese in their blood. At the same time, overexposure to this mineral can also cause neurological dysfunction, so striking a balance is important. 4. Fights diabetes. This essential nutrient is needed to help with proper production of digestive enzymes responsible for a process called gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis involves the conversion of proteins' amino acids into sugar and the balance of sugar within the bloodstream. Although the exact mechanism still isn't clear, this mineral has been shown to help prevent overly high blood sugar levels that can contribute to diabetes. A study involving 2 prospective cohorts of Chinese adults found that dietary manganese was inversely associated with type 2 diabetes incidence and HbA1c concentration, independent of total antioxidant capacity. This suggests that adequate manganese intake may offer protective benefits against diabetes. Other studies have identified a U-shaped association, where both low and high plasma manganese levels are associated with increased odds of newly diagnosed type 2 diabetes. This indicates that maintaining manganese levels within an optimal range is crucial, as both deficiency and excess may elevate diabetes risk. Research also has suggested gender differences in the manganese-diabetes relationship. A study conducted in Japan observed strong inverse associations between dietary manganese intake and type 2 diabetes risk in women, but not in men, highlighting the need for gender-specific dietary recommendations. 5. Supports lung and respiratory health. Research has revealed that manganese taken along with minerals like selenium and zinc can help people suffering from lung disorders, including chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Oxidative stress/damage from free radicals is believed to be a key mechanism for smoking-induced COPD and other respiratory disorders. So manganese's ability to help lower inflammation and oxidative stress through the production of SODs makes it beneficial for those in need of lung healing. 6. Helps prevent arthritis and osteoarthritis. Manganese, along with supplements containing glucosamine hydrochloride or chondroitin sulfate, is one recommended natural treatment for arthritis. Regularly eating foods high in manganese, plus possibly taking supplements, can help reduce inflammation in the joints and tissue, allowing arthritis sufferers to feel more comfortable. This nutrient has been shown to be especially helpful with reducing common pains in the knees and the lower back. 7. Reduces PMS symptoms. Consuming plenty of manganese along with calcium can help improve symptoms of PMS, such as abdominal tenderness, muscle pains, anxiety, mood swings, and trouble sleeping. One study published in the American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology found that women who had lower levels of manganese in their blood experienced more pain and mood-related symptoms during premenstruation. A 2019 study also found that daily consumption of whole grains, which are rich in manganese and other trace minerals, in place of refined grains can contribute to improvement in PMS symptoms. Consuming more of this mineral is believed to work as a natural remedy for PMS because it helps lower inflammation and supports hormone balance. 8. May help with weight loss. Some early research has pointed to the fact that manganese, combined with other supportive nutrients like L-tyrosine, asparagus root extract, choline, copper, and potassium, may be able to help reduce weight in obese or overweight people. More research is still needed to determine how it supports healthy weight loss and metabolism, but it's likely related to the ability to improve digestive enzymes and balance hormones. 9. Speeds up wound healing. By applying manganese, calcium, and zinc to serious and chronic wounds, studies have shown that wound healing can speed up significantly over a period of 12 weeks. Additionally, an in vitro study demonstrated that manganese, along with other trace elements like zinc and copper, modulates the expression of integrins and keratinocytes, which are essential for cell adhesion and migration during the reepithelialization phase of wound healing. Another in vitro study found that manganese induces the expression of matrix metalloproteinases (MMPs) in human keratinocytes. MMPs are enzymes involved in tissue remodeling and repair, suggesting that manganese may contribute to the wound healing process by influencing MMP activity. Manganese also plays a crucial role in collagen synthesis, primarily by activating enzymes essential for the formation and stabilization of collagen structures. Specifically, it is a cofactor for prolidase, an enzyme that processes proline, a vital amino acid in collagen formation. Manganese also activates Lys-Wyl oxidase, an enzyme responsible for cross-linking collagen and elastin fibers, thereby enhancing the structural integrity of connective tissues. 10. Helps balance iron levels. Iron and manganese work closely together, and a strong inverse relationship between deficiency in iron and high manganese levels has been found. While overly high manganese can contribute to anemia, the mineral also helps the body use and store iron to some degree, which can help prevent anemia, low iron. Manganese and iron are essential trace elements that share common absorption and transport pathways in the human body, leading to significant interactions between their metabolisms. Research has revealed that iron deficiency can enhance manganese absorption, potentially resulting in increased manganese levels. Conversely, elevated iron levels may reduce manganese absorption. These interactions suggest that maintaining balanced iron levels is crucial for regulating manganese status, although direct evidence supporting manganese supplementation as a preventive or therapeutic measure for anemia is limited. A study published in the Journal of Trace Elements in Medicine and Biology examined the association between blood manganese levels and hemoglobin concentrations in patients undergoing maintenance hemodialysis. The findings revealed that higher blood manganese levels were independently associated with higher hemoglobin concentrations in these patients. However, the study did not establish a causal relationship, and the authors emphasized the need for further research to elucidate the underlying mechanisms. Another study explored the biological half-life of manganese in human subjects, suggesting an interrelationship between manganese and iron metabolism, particularly in individuals with mild iron deficiency. The researchers observed that in iron-deficient subjects, manganese kinetics were altered, indicating that iron status can influence manganese metabolism. 11. Metabolizes nutrients. This trace element plays a pivotal role in human nutrient metabolism by acting as a cofactor for various enzymes involved in the digestion and utilization of carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. One such enzyme is pyruvate carboxylase, which is crucial for gluconeogenesis, the metabolic pathway that generates glucose from non-carbohydrate substrates. By facilitating this process, manganese contributes to maintaining blood sugar levels and overall energy balance. Additionally, it is integral to the function of arginase, an enzyme involved in the urea cycle that converts arginine into urea and ornithine, thereby aiding in the detoxification of ammonia produced during protein metabolism. This function underscores its importance in protein digestion and nitrogen balance. Furthermore, manganese serves as a cofactor for glutamine synthetase, an enzyme that synthesizes glutamine from glutamate and ammonia. Glutamine is a vital amino acid involved in various metabolic processes, including serving as a nitrogen donor for nucleotide biosynthesis and supporting immune function. 12. Plays a role in thyroid health. Research has relayed that manganese levels are associated with thyroid hormone concentrations. For example, a study analyzing data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey (NANS) 2011 to 2012 found that serum manganese levels were positively correlated with total thyroxine (T4), free triiodothyronine (T3), and total T3 concentrations. Notably, in males and individuals under 22 years old, serum manganese showed a significant association with total T4 levels. Another study involving 1,067 adults in China reported that manganese levels were inversely correlated with TT4RI, an index reflecting thyroid hormone sensitivity. This suggests a potential role for manganese in modulating thyroid hormone activity. However, the relationship between manganese and thyroid health is complex. Some research has suggested that excessive manganese exposure may disrupt thyroid hormone homeostasis, potentially leading to adverse effects. Furthermore, a systematic review found no significant differences in manganese concentrations between individuals with hypothyroidism and healthy controls. Food sources. You'll find manganese in foods that include trace minerals, such as whole grains, nuts, seeds, greens like spinach and potatoes. Even though it's relatively easy and inexpensive to consume these foods, many people don't eat enough manganese-rich foods, most likely because refined grains are consumed more than whole grains. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, below are some of the top food sources of manganese. Daily value percentages are based on a diet of 2,000 calories a day. Teff, 1 cup cooked contains 7.2 milligrams, 313% daily value. Rye, 1 cup cooked contains 4.3 milligrams, 187% DV. Amaranth, 1 cup cooked contains 2.1 milligrams, 91% DV. Brown rice, 1 cup cooked contains 2 milligrams, 87% DV. Hazelnuts, 1 ounce contains 1.7 milligrams, 74% DV. Chickpeas, garbanzo beans, 1 cup cooked contains 1.7 milligrams, 74% DV. Cardamom, 1 tablespoon ground contains 1.6 milligrams, 70% DV. Oats, 1 cup cooked contains 1.4 milligrams, 61% DV. Adzuki beans. 1 cup cooked contains 1.3 milligrams, 57% DV. Macadamia nuts. 1 ounce contains 1.2 milligrams, 52% DV. Quinoa. 1 cup cooked contains 1.2 milligrams, 52% DV. White beans. 1 cup cooked contains 1.1 milligrams, 48% DV. Durian fruit. 1 cup contains 0.8 milligrams, 39% DV. Black beans. 1 cup cooked contains 0.8 milligrams, 35% DV. Buckwheat. 1 cup buckwheat groats cooked contains 0.7 milligrams, 30% DV. Tofu. 100 grams of extra firm tofu contains 0.7 milligrams, 30% DV. Other good sources include wheat and oat bran, bulgur wheat, pinto and navy beans, pecans, almonds, spinach, green and black tea, potatoes, supplements and dosage. Because manganese deficiency is thought to be uncommon, supplements are not usually recommended for the general public. The safest way to prevent deficiency is to increase your dietary manganese intake by eating more manganese foods rather than taking supplements. However, sometimes a supplement may be recommended if someone has trouble digesting minerals due to a health condition. In healthy adults, it's extremely unlikely to consume too much from food sources alone. Rather, people usually take in too much when consuming certain supplements. Supplement products promoted for osteoarthritis, for example, can include high levels in the form of chondroitin sulfate and glucosamine hydrochloride, which can bring someone's intake above the tolerable upper limit for adults, 11 milligrams per day. People who should avoid manganese supplements or speak with a healthcare professional first include those with existing liver disease, who likely have trouble getting rid of the mineral, and people with a history of alcoholism or anemia. Types of supplements. You can take this mineral in capsule, liquid, or even injectable forms. There are several types of manganese supplements available, some of which are bonded or chelated, with amino acids to help with absorption. Chelated forms are sometimes called manganese aspartate, ascorbate, picolinate, fumarate, malate, succinate, citrate, and amino acid chelate. Popular types include manganese gluconate, which is bonded with gluconic acid salt, and manganese sulfate, another type of salt. Sometimes children are given this nutrient in liquid or injectable forms, in dosages between 2 to 10 micrograms or per day, to help prevent deficiency. You'll also sometimes find it in supplements intended to help people with osteoarthritis, typically combined with other ingredients like chondroitin sulfate and glucosamine. If you take calcium or phosphorus supplements, speak with your doctor about whether a manganese supplement is right for you, considering these minerals all help balance levels of one another. Dosage/recommended daily intake. The daily adequate intake for manganese depends on someone's age and gender and are listed below, according to the USDA. Children, infants up to 6 months, 3 micrograms. 7 to 12 months, 0.6 milligrams. 1 to 3 years, 1.2 milligrams. 4 to 8 years, 1.5 milligrams. Girls 9 to 18 years, 1.6 milligrams. Boys 9 to 13 years, 1.9 milligrams. Boys 14 to 18 years, 2.2 milligrams. Adults, men age 19 years and older, 2.3 milligrams. Women age 19 years and older, 1.8 milligrams. Pregnant women age 14 years and older, 2 milligrams. Breastfeeding women, 2.6 milligrams. Deficiency symptoms and causes. Although a manganese deficiency is pretty rare in developed nations where people are generally not malnourished, a deficiency can cause serious health threats, including bone loss, muscle and joint pain, and changes in mood. Deficiency is usually caused by a lack of manganese-rich foods in someone's diet and sometimes by chronic digestive disorders that make it hard to absorb manganese. Because the body tightly regulates the amount of this mineral it holds through levels of absorption and excretion, humans maintain stable tissue levels in most cases. This is the reason manganese deficiencies are rare. What are the symptoms of low manganese? Low levels can cause some of the following symptoms: weak bones, osteoporosis, anemia, chronic fatigue syndrome, low immunity, and frequently getting sick, worsened symptoms of premenstrual syndrome, hormonal imbalances, impaired glucose sensitivity, changes in digestion and appetite, impaired reproductive abilities, or infertility. Only a small percentage of dietary manganese is even actually absorbed, and the rest is moved very rapidly into the gut via bile, and then excreted. So trouble neutralizing and eliminating manganese due to existing liver, gut, or digestive problems poses the biggest risk for acquiring too much manganese. At the same time, this mineral is taken up from the blood by the liver and transported to tissues throughout the body, so liver damage can also cause a deficiency. Risks and side effects. Why might manganese be bad for you? How does too much manganese affect the body? Too much manganese usually poses more of a threat than too little, especially during development years when the brain is still forming. Excessive accumulation in the central nervous system during childhood, causing high blood manganese levels, can cause birth defects and cognitive problems. However, this is considered a low risk. Manganese toxicity is possible, although it's rare. Most adults are safe taking and consuming up to 11 milligrams each day. In some cases, certain people aren't able to flush it from the body properly, and high levels can accumulate. As with all nutrients, it's always best to get enough from whole food sources as opposed to supplements whenever possible. Whole foods contain the proper mix of different vitamins and minerals that work to balance one another and enable functioning, shaking, and worsen liver disease. People who have existing iron deficiency, anemia, are also likely to absorb higher levels of manganese, so they need to be cautious about their consumption. Consuming more than the upper limit of 11 milligrams per day can possibly cause side effects, even some that are serious and very harmful, such as neurological disorders like Parkinson's disease. Always make sure to check supplement labels carefully and follow the dosage directions. Before taking high dosages of any mineral or nutrient, you might also want to have your current level checked by your doctor to confirm how much you need via supplements, if any. Conclusion. Benefits of manganese, which is an essential trace mineral, include supporting bone health, a healthy metabolism, blood clotting, hormone production, and cognitive functions. It is a component of the antioxidant enzyme superoxide dismutase. Manganese superoxide dismutase helps fight free radicals and may prevent certain diseases. The RDA for adults 19 years and older is between 1.8 milligrams and 2.3 milligrams per day. Iron and manganese work together and are often found in the same foods. These include whole grains, beans, nuts and seeds, teff, amaranth, bran, oats, black beans, and others. And that's why manganese is a powerhouse mineral for both your bones and brain. By incorporating manganese-rich foods into your diet, you can support strong bones, enhance cognitive function, and improve overall well-being. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others, and subscribe for more health tips. Take care, stay healthy, and see you in the next video.